Welcome back to Paramec Financial. This is John.
This is Frank.
And today we are going to talk about common questions that we usually hear when planning for healthcare.
Yes, so this is an exciting topic, Jonathan, because a lot of my customers, they actually ask me those questions all the time. It's very easy to get confused when you shop for a healthcare plan. You hear different terminologies like copay, co-insurance, deductible, out-of-pocket. Like, what are those terms? So today I'm just going to ask you the most common terms when it comes to healthcare, and maybe you can shed some light to the audience.
Sure, let's do it.
So the first question is that, what is the difference between a deductible and out-of-pocket?
Yes, that's a great question, Frank. And a lot of people sometimes don't understand the difference between the two. Deductibles and out-of-pocket's actually two different numbers. And sometimes you may see the numbers the same.
Yeah.
And sometimes you may see a number that's lower and the number that's always high, right? And basically, think about out-of-pocket just means that the total cost that you're going to pay in the entire year. So if your out-of-pocket cost is $8,000, that's the maximum you're going to pay. And then after you hit that $8,000, the insurance company will pay the rest for you.
Yes.
Now, where does a deductible come in? A deductible means that the money that you pay out of your own pocket 100% first before the insurance starts to kick in, right? So sometimes if you're out of pocket and your deductible is the same, that just means that you're just paying 100% on everything. But what happens if, say, your out of pocket is $8,000 and then your deductible is $4,000? That means the first $4,000 that you're going to pay is your deductible. That's 100% that you pay, and the remaining from $4,001 to $8,000 you will share with the insurance company.
Okay.
And then after you hit that $8,000, the insurance covers 100%.
Okay. Now talk about sharing. This is another very common misconception that clients have when it comes to health insurance. What is the difference between copay and co-insurance?
Yes, that's a great question too. Copay is something that you always have to pay. It's a flat fee, no matter how many times you render services. Until you're out of pocket, you will pay that copay to the doctor to start the services.
So it's fixed?
It's fixed amount.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless on there it says, there's until deductible is met, that means you pay whatever the doctor charges you. But if there's a fixed amount, then you pay that fixed amount every time you render services, you buy medication or whatnot. Okay. Now, earlier I had mentioned that when you pay the deductible, and sometimes there's a gap between the finished deductible and then that $4,001 to $8,000, that gap is called co-insurance. So co-insurance basically means you are cost sharing the cost of the insurance with the insurance company until you get to that out-of-pocket max, and then the insurance company pays 100%. So co-insurance usually on the marketplace plans is usually around 80-20, which means that you pay 20% of the cost, the insurance company pays 80% from $4,000 to $8,000. If it's 70-30, then you pay 30, they pay 70%. Every plan's different. But that's that gap between the deductible and the out-of-pocket. That's called co-insurance.
Okay, that was very helpful. Thank you, Jonathan. Now, I hope that the audience now, they know some terminologies when it comes to copay, co-insurance, deductible, out-of-pocket. And then my last question is that this is another common confusion that I get. When they talk about different networks, you hear about HMO, you hear about EPO, and then you even hear about PPO. Could you tell us differences between those three plans?
Right. So PPO is the most commonly heard insurance network because a lot of times if you are on a group plan with your employer and you haven't bought your own insurance individually before, you haven't bought Marketplace, then most people, they're thinking about PPO plans. PPO plans are great. Why? Because you have freedom in what you can do. You can go to any doctor you want, go to any specialist you want without referrals. You just go. But the drawback of the PPO is very expensive because you pay for freedom, right, of use. Now, when you get into the marketplace does not offer any PPO plans. They only offer HMO and EPO plans. HMO plans are basically you have a family doctor that's assigned to you, and you go to that family doctor, and that family doctor will assess your needs, and then they will refer you to any specialist that you need to go to. So it's a little bit more restrictive because you have to go through that gateway the doctor first, and that gateway doctor will refer you to the different doctors. In turn, the cost is very effective when you're using an HMO plan, and more doctors are now getting on HMO plans as well. The newer type of network is called EPO plan. It's very popular on the marketplace is that it's a hybrid between the PPO and the HMO plan, Frank. Basically, you still have a family doctor, and you go to that family doctor, and that family doctor can refer you, or you can go to another doctor, like a specialist that's within the EPO network without that referral.
Okay, I see. Well, there you go. Those are the main differences when it comes to terminologies and different networks within health insurance. If you need help looking for a health plan for next year for yourself, your family member, your spouse, or your co-workers, give us a call, drop a comment below, or call us in the comment in the video.